Hi, everybody. Jerry received two exciting endorsements over the last few weeks. And the first one is the Conservation Voters of South Carolina. For those who don't know what that organization is, can you elaborate on that? And then what does this mean for your campaign?
Well, obviously, it's a group that's interested in preserving our resources and making sure that we do what we can to be as environmentally friendly as we can, but protecting our parks, our water sources, our environment in general. These are friends of South Carolina. It's something that everyone should be interested in. And it's been one of a mantra of mine in terms of a campaign. I've identified clean water, but I am very much interested in conservation of our natural resources. And I was very excited when I had the opportunity to interview with the board of the Conservation Voters of South Carolina. Very interested in engaging conversation, enjoyed it greatly, and was notified about a week later that they had endorsed my campaign. And they have subsequently mailed a flyer in support of my campaign to voters here in the district. So I very much appreciate their efforts. I appreciate their endorsement. And their purpose meets some of my aims and goals if I were to become a legislator.
And they sent you a lovely letter explaining why they endorsed you and everything, and that's on your Facebook page. So if anybody wants to read that in further detail,
yes,
that is there. So you were also endorsed by the South Carolina Fund for Children and Public Education. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, actually, that is a subset of the South Carolina Education Association. So you're basically talking about the teachers of South Carolina. I likewise was asked to participate in a Zoom meeting, a call with their PAC board of directors, which I did just the first part of last week, and responded to a number of questions. I mean, they were very detailed. They wanted to know my specific reaction. There's a bill pending in the legislature, which involves a number of potential changes to the schools, to teachers. So they wanted to know my reaction. We talked about issues like safety in school for teachers and the kids, what my thoughts and ideas were. Also, I expressed a concern I've expressed before, and that is South Carolina Reports issued a proclamation a few weeks ago that talked about the lack of achievement by kids in K-12 through 8 currently, which means they're not going to be prepared with the skill sets necessary for the future. So we talked about that and things that we need to do. I reviewed their legislative agenda. I did remark in the conversation that it was quite an ambitious agenda, which I'm sure they didn't need me to say. But anyway, there was nothing I was at issue with. There's some things that wish we could get there, and maybe we will. But there's some things that are very critical, like trying to clear some of the redundancy, free up some of the time for teachers to allow them to do better on their lesson plans, more interaction and hands-on. And it's my belief that some of that work can be moved somewhere. It can be moved to the district, to the state, but just taken off the day-to-day task list for teachers. So we talked about that. And after the call, it was about 3 days later, I got their email indicating their endorsement and that a letter is being provided, and that they look forward to hopefully serving with me as a partner if I were to be successful in the race. So I'm quite excited about having the teachers support my campaign.
Yes, that is awesome. So as we head into the final stretch before the primary on June 9th, is there anything else you want to make sure the voters know, or anything else you want to share?
Well, there's the race, the primary is coming up next Tuesday. So we're in the short rows for this. We're still campaigning hard, actually, as of last week. I've been knocking on doors. I've knocked on almost 600 doors in 5 days. So I'm tired. I'm ready for the primary to be here. But I've gotten some really positive reactions from people. So I'm very pleased about that. I've gotten to meet a lot of people, and they've expressed themselves, and I appreciate that. That has only enriched my thoughts and thinkings about what I would do if I, in fact, were elected.
That is awesome. So yes, the primary is next Tuesday, June 9th. And again, you can vote absentee up until the day before, right? And then there's information on scvotes.org and Jerry's website, electjerrycarterforstatehouse.com.
Yes.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Allie.